Hi everyone, I've got my comments up here, so if you can hear me and the video looks okay, can you give me a thumbs up? Just so that I know that this is working this week. Someone give me a thumbs up. Oh, please work. Yay, thumbs up. Right, okay, so I think we're live. Woohoo! So we got a wee bit further than we got last week because basically I didn't even get to go live last week, which is why it's rescheduled. So I think, oh, there's another wee thumbs up. Thank you. Right, okay, so I can get rid of this now. Don't need that anymore. And I'm just going to start my wee timer. Okay, here we go, for real this time. So I'm NZ and I'm doing the April workshop for Artgecko's Art Club, and I mean, this is what I had all of this revised for last week and it didn't work, but I'm going to be using the brand new marker pads by Artgecko, which come in A4, these ones right here, and A3. My wee A3 one's hiding here. So I'm going to be using these brand new sketchbooks, which also have the same paper as the freestyle, and these have been out for a while, so I know a few of you already have these ones. So basically they both have, I've got this written down, guys. Sorry, Gemma. They both have 250 gram smooth white paper in them, which is a mixture of bleed-proof marker paper and, sorry about the laptop noise. Hold on. I need to charge it. Hang on, guys. That's the last thing I need for this to go off. Kayla, if you're watching, how do you charge the laptop? It's already plugged on. Sorry guys. There we go. That was just my laptop trying to update again, but panic over, everything's fine. Whew. Okay, let's continue. So, I can't believe that just happened. Right, let's continue. Yeah, so it's a mixture of bleed-proof paper and Bristol board, so you get this amazing, smooth, just thick paper that your marker pens never go through, and it never gets fuzzy, or you know, that sort of, you know, sometimes your paper can sort of bubble, like kind of, it gets really wet, or sometimes you can even end up with holes in the paper. That never happens with these sketchbooks, which is one of the main reasons why I like to use them, because I do sometimes layer colours over with the POSCA pens, so you can layer as many times as you want on this and it just stays perfect basically. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be using along with my brand new POSCA deep colours. I'm going to be drawing on pots. Anyone who watched my little preview the other night will have already seen some of the pots. So this is one of them here. It's a little rose pot. And basically what I do is I start off sort of sketching my ideas in my sketchbooks. So I'm going to just quickly go through that now on my new sketchbook. Now we had a wee look at this the other day as well. I don't know how many of you were watching the other day, so I'll just quickly show you again. So the theme was April showers. So I've got a couple of these sketches already done, just some kind of rough ideas. I'm just trying to look at the comments at the same time. Oh, thanks Random Artist. It's a Glasgow accent. So yeah, there's my wee April showers sketch, which again I showed you the other day, so we don't really need to have too much. I'll look through this again. And that's one of my sketchbook ideas there. It's the same as this one. So today I'm going to be showing you all how to do the roses. It's one of the easiest things you can draw. Anyone watching this, if you attempt that, you'll be able to manage it no problem. So this is one of the things I'm going to show you how to draw tonight. Then I'm going to go through a little tutorial of how I do the scrolls with the names and stuff in. I'm just trying to find something I've done a scroll on. Hang on, there we go. So these wee kind of scrolls, I'll show you how I do these, and I've also got some names I'm going to put in the scrolls because a few people commented on Instagram. They wanted their names, so I've written a few down to do first, and then if anyone watching wants their name, just comment and I'll write it in one of the scrolls for you. Another thing what's worth mentioning, this kind of thing's amazing for the kids. See if you've got old pots or whatever lying about, or a plate, even an old plate or something, and you've got POSCAs, let the kids have a go because it'll keep them occupied for ages and they'll really enjoy it. My kids do stuff like that all the time. Another thing, if you don't have a pot, it doesn't matter, you can literally draw on anything with these pens. I've got some examples of some of the stuff that I've already upcycled, so I'm going to show you. This is a bag that I did, and that was only with one white 3M POSCA pen. So that's another thing, you don't need tons of colours, one colour is enough. A lot of the time I only use one colour, so don't feel like you have to spend a lot of money to get these. You can buy maybe a white or a black. I use white and black more than I use anything else, so I've done a wee matching purse for this as well, hang on. Yeah. So that's one of the things that I upcycle quite a lot, is bags. And one of the questions that I'm asked more than anything is when I'm working on bags or like faux leather things, people always ask, how do you get the pens to stay on? So I've got the product that I use here, just before anyone starts asking. It's Angelus, and you do a wee coat of that when you're done, and it just basically makes it waterproof, and you can take your bag out in the rain or whatever and the art will stay on. So I always upcycle things like that. So if you don't have a pot, don't worry, just grab whatever you have. This is another thing that got out of the charity shop. So it's kind of like a wee wooden set of drawers, and I done this like Alice in Wonderland themed. And these are little cups and saucers that were actually out of the pound shop. And I drew on these as well and glued them on for the handles. And I think this wooden thing was like £1 in the charity shop. So if you want to join in and you don't have a pot, that's not an excuse. You could draw on anything. Just grab something. Okay, what else have I got here? I had one more thing. Where is it? Oh, it fell off. It fell off the table and I can't be bothered going to get it. So I'll just show you the teapot again. Again, just one white pen I used for that one. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is start showing you how to do the roses. We're going to go back to this one in a minute and draw something on this, okay? But first of all, I'm going to show you how to do the roses. Also, I made that wee pot that's on that page. I'll just show you that one quickly. There you go. So again, just one white pen. I like using these to hold my pens actually. Can you see that? Such a cool idea. So let's start with the roses. Also on my preview the other day, I already went through the fact that I like having a little A5 sketchbook on the side, just to use as kind of like a palette for the pens, because anyone who uses POSCAs, you know, you need to shake them, get the ink flowing, and sometimes the nibs dry up. So when that happens, I always just kind of dab them on a wee bit of paper and just get the ink moving again. If you've never used POSCAs before and you need to get it started, just shake it for a wee while, well not a wee while, maybe about 15 seconds, and then just dab it like that until the ink just comes out onto the nib. The first time I used them, it took me a wee while to figure it out. I know it sounds kind of basic, but if you haven't used them before, just make sure you shake them first. Someone's asking, which size do you use? So these ones are 5Ms, but I use a combination of 5M and 3M, so I'll find a 3M for you. This is a 3M pen. So 5M, 3M, and these are basically the sizes I use more than anything else, but sometimes I have these ones, and these are 7Ms, and see if you're colouring a big bit of space, it's just handy, because obviously they have bigger nibs. So let's start with the roses, okay? So first of all, just start with a little swirl. And then just layer a petal shape all the way around. So the shape that I use is like this. Or sometimes. That's it. And if you don't want to get too complicated about it, you can even just do that. Just rough petal shapes. The good thing about drawing a rose is they're never the same. So it doesn't need to be accurate, or, you know, doesn't even need to be that neat. So just start doing that kind of rough shape in layers. It's so easy, honestly. That's all you do. Just continue it. Keep adding layers until you feel it looks right. I think sometimes I make them a wee bit thinner just as you get nearer the edge of the rose. But again, it doesn't really matter that much. So I'm going to say that's finished for me, but yours might not look exactly like that. It's totally fine. Like, as you can see on the wee pot, they're all completely different. So that's the good thing about them. They don't have to be really neat. Then I just add a couple of leaves. Again, whatever you like, don't feel like it has to be in a certain place. Sometimes I add a smaller one behind a larger one. Sometimes I just add one leaf. Doesn't matter. Just add them on. And again, it's just a dead easy leaf shape. Just nothing fancy, nothing complicated. Okay, I'll do that again, and then I'm going to show you another way. I sort of cheat when I'm doing it. I do the colour before I add the outline. So I'll do one without the colour again first, just quickly. So just start with your swirl, and then just add your rough petal shapes layered. So easy. Another thing, if anyone actually tries any of this tonight or gets inspired and designs something in their sketchbook, there's a hashtag. It was on my starting soon note, so it's hashtag Artgecko Live. So if you do it, please use the hashtag so we can have a wee look and maybe share it. There we go. I think another wee one there actually. Yeah. And then Simple leaf shape. That's it. So it's really easy, as you can see. I'm just going to show you I'm going to use my new pens for this. So, like when I was drawing on this pot, this one here, this is the way I done it. Okay, so I started with my colours and I just done basically a rough kind of rose shape. Don't worry if it's kind of messy around the edges, you can fix that. Then a couple of leaves. And this is exactly how I done that wee one I just showed you. So it didn't take long at all. And it's just so simple, but it looks really pretty when it's done. So I'm just going to leave that to dry a wee second. Oh, well done Amelia. I can't wait to see your rose. Please use the hashtag so we can have a wee look later. Oh, hi Mila. Hi Mila, hi Max. That's my kids. My kids are watching at their grand's house. So I'm in the house myself now with a dog, my wee dog Sol. So if you hear any weird barking noises, that's him. Sol! Will I let him say hi quickly? Come on! Come on up! Come on! He wants to be YouTube famous. Hi! Right, back down. Okay, that should have been enough time for that to dry. Let's just check. Yeah, pretty much. Right, so then what I do is just go over the top the same way we did these ones. Just go right over the top of the colour with your swirl and your petals. And don't worry if there's like a couple of wee bits of white space, because just go back over it with your red pen. There you go. And then same for the leaves. So I'm just going to go over the little bits that were white. There you go. It's that easy. It really is so easy. So if anyone's wanting to try anything tonight, I would say try your rose, because it's like the easiest thing that I draw. Oh, thanks random artist. Yeah, he is. Sol is actually really cute most of the time. So another wee thing I like to draw in the background on everything, basically. You can see them here on this sketchbook. See all the little stars and the dots? I just put them on everything. I like that on the background. I just feel like it, I don't know, I just like doing it. So I'll show you how I do it. Your stars are so simple. Don't try and draw a star shape. Just use lines. So like this. That's it. Don't waste time trying to do an actual star, because it won't look as good and it'll take ages. There we go. You just dot them around. So you don't have to do it that way. That's just the way I do it, but it's like, hopefully it'll inspire you to draw something and maybe get your own ideas from that. What I'm going to do now is do some scrolls. So I'm going to turn the page, and I've got some names here that I'm going to do first. Like I said earlier, also I need to check my time, because I do rabbit on a wee bit sometimes when I start chatting. Okay, so where's my name list? Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, I think I shared your, sorry, I'm reading comments at the same time, everyone. Random Artist, I think I shared your drawing on my Instagram story. If anyone has Instagram and you don't already follow me, art_by_NZ, so get following. And also Artgecko Sketchbooks are on there, but you probably already follow them if you're on this YouTube channel. But if you don't, then go and give them a follow too. So let's start with the names and the scrolls. So I'm going to show you the way I draw them, and I'll try and keep it as simple as I can, but I'm not going to lie, when I first started drawing these, it did take me a wee while to get the hang of it, so don't feel disheartened if you don't manage to draw a scroll straight away, but I'm doing it like the most simplest way you can imagine. Like if there's a shortcut, I'll find it. So okay, so just start off with a line, curves up at the end and curves down at the start, or vice versa, it doesn't matter what way it goes. And the first name I've got here, right, okay, I'm going to do Nama, because that was the first person who asked for their name on the live, so, and I promised I would do it, so I'm going to do your name first. So on the scrolls, a really easy way to do the font is just, first of all, just do it in normal letters, normal capital letters. And then you can go back and add details. So, Nama, I'm just checking your spelling. Right, so that's the name Nama. And what I'll do is I'll just go back over the letters just to give it a wee bit of detail. So all I really do is add sort of lines at the edges of the letters. It's nothing complicated, again, so simple, but makes such a difference. Just wee lines just at the edges. And then on the A's, instead of a straight line, I just do a sort of V shape. Okay, so when I've done that, it's just another line that mirrors the top line that you've already done, and then close the scroll, and then sort of do an S shape at the top and a wee S shape at the bottom. Close these bits again, and then join that on with another V shape. I hope this makes sense. But that's it basically. It doesn't get any more complicated than that. So simple. Okay, so more names. If anyone wants me to do their name, just comment and I'll read back over them. So I'm going to do Max and Mila's names just because I promised them I would, okay? So if you're still watching, Max and Mila, your names are next. So Max is a shorter name, so basically it's quite straightforward. If you're doing a shorter name or a shorter word or shorter quote, just do a shorter line. That's pretty obvious. You know, if it's a big long name, make your line longer. So Max, this one's for you. Just keeping the font nice and basic, and then going back over and adding detail. There we go. And the V shape on the A. Then mirror the top line and close the scroll. You do an S shape here and an S shape here. Close these parts and then your V shape at each side. Here we go. So Mila's name's next. Amelia, I'll do your name as well, okay? So Mila's first. I'll try and keep talking while I'm doing this, but sometimes when I'm drawing I end up in a wee zone and then I lose track of time as well sometimes. So does that happen to anyone else? That's why I've got my stopwatch sitting here, just so I don't run on for ages. So mirror your top line and then close your scroll. Do your S shape at the top, S shape at the bottom, and your V shape there and there. Oh, I need to close these bits as well. There we go. I hope everyone's kind of following that okay. Oh yeah, a couple of rows in the scrolls. Yeah. I was actually going to show you that next. Okay, so I'll do Amelia's name first. So your name should actually fit here perfectly anyway. The sort of adding rows is really easy. Sorry guys, I'm actually putting the wee details on. See, it's just force of habit. I was trying to do all the writing simple first and then add them on there, but it's just the way I usually do it. I just add them on as I go, and it kicked in there. I just started doing it that way. Here we go, Amelia. Close your scroll. Then your S shape. Close it. S shape. Close it. There we go, we just fitted on the page and no more. And then I just can't resist just adding some stars. Done a wee smudge there everyone, so that's another thing to remember about POSCAs. Just remember that they're paint pens, so they do stay wet for a wee bit longer than normal felt pens, but doesn't usually happen if you're careful. So I'll show you on this page here how I would add rows. It's really easy. So because I'm going to be doing the quote, "The good times are growing," I'll do that, like a wee run through of that on 2 rows just to show you. So again, you start the exact same way. Your line can go that way or it can go up and then down. It doesn't have to be, it can go either way, it doesn't matter. And sometimes like you can even do a scroll book like that, you know, you can add more, make it more swirly and stuff. If it's longer, that works as well. As long as you mirror the line at the bottom with the one at the top, it doesn't really matter. So anyway, we're going to do this as 2 rows. So exactly the same. So what I'm going to actually do is, just because I've misjudged this a little, I'm just going to now bring that down a wee bit. So then you're getting a scroll that's a slightly different shape. Make sure that your writing obviously follows your line as well, because if you just do your writing straight, obviously it will look a wee bit weird. You've got to follow the curve. Let's put it up again at the end. So always, I don't ever draw scrolls before I put the words in, because that way you can really misjudge it and then end up having to squeeze your words in. So that's why I always just start with the top line, and then, like you've just seen me do there, you can add a bit on if you've misjudged it, and then you're not squeezing words in, because that just looks awful if you start trying to squeeze things into a scroll that's not the right size. So always do your writing before you actually do the full scroll. So this is just the exact same way as I did the names, just mirror the line at the top and then close it. And then I'm going to do the next scroll underneath. So you keep them separate to begin with, okay? And then once I've finished this, I'm going to show you a really easy way to join them up. So once you've done that, just close the scrolls exactly the way you did on the names. And then all you do is, instead of doing your S around and then coming out here, what you do is you just join these two with sort of background scroll that stays blank. So you just curve it around and join it. Curve this one round. Try and keep that the same width as the ones with the writing on them. There you go. That joins them together, and then your top and your bottom is just the exact same, just do your S shape. That's basically it. It's so simple. So, hang on, I'm just going to check the time. Okay, so half an hour in. I should really be starting on the pot in a wee second. I'm just going to check if anyone else wants their name done first. Someone asked for Luna. Okay, Luna will do yours. Back onto this page. I think we could get your name in here, Luna. I'm going to try it, okay? Might be a wee bit smaller than the rest of them. I really hope some of you are having a wee go at this, and please, please, please tag me or use the hashtag ArtGeckoLive, because I love seeing it when people are inspired by the stuff that I draw. I absolutely love seeing your stuff. So please, please, please give us a wee tag or use the hashtag, and I'm pretty sure Artgecko will be sharing some of your work, and I'll probably share it on my story as well. So definitely, if you are trying this out, then take a wee photo and let us see. There you go. Oh, thanks, Janet. I don't make it look easy. Actually, it is easy. See, if you follow the wee easy steps, you can't go wrong. You should all be able to do this, especially the rows. I know I keep going back to the rows, but not one of you guys watching like not one of you wouldn't be able to do that. It is so easy. So I want to see some roses on Instagram later or tomorrow. I want to see all your roses. Get them up there. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go onto the pot now and let you actually see me drawing, like upcycling something. So the reason why I'm doing pots in this workshop is because the surface is quite rough. It's not shiny like the teapot. So see if you were doing like a teapot or something, it takes longer for it to dry. So if you've not drawn anything three-dimensional before, something like this is really simple for you to start with. And I've also got these, which are even better because they're flat. So you're not even having to work on a curve, you're just on something flat. So I hope like you'll have a wee go at this. So I don't do anything to it before I start drawing on it. I just get the pens and start going. I don't paint or spray or anything. I mean, you can if you want. You can paint it a colour if you want first, but I like to just start on the surface that's there. Where's my little example? So here's my little example pot here in the sketchbook. Another one here. I was maybe going to work on something more like this tonight, because I did want to show you how to do the flowers as well as the roses. And that's the quote I'm using as well. So instead of designing a new one, I think what we'll do is go with this one. So I'm going to put that straight onto here. I've got a white 7M here. So if I'm doing scrolls on something, I'm going to try and get this all coloured in, okay, in the time that I have. So if I was doing a scroll in colour, I would always do it with white first. So I'm just going to start off doing that, and we will just get that page as well. Sorry everyone, 2 seconds. So that's the quote we're doing. This one here, and this sort of design. So everyone can see that, okay? I've got my palette page here, just to get the pens ready. So I'll just start the way that I did the scrolls on the paper with the white. This is going to need to be a little bit smaller. And just colour in. You don't need all these different sizes of pens either. You could do all of this with just a 5M, or like a pack of 5Ms. It would just take a wee bit longer. So the good times are growing. Thanks for watching everyone. I'm just looking, there's still like 14 watching now. That's amazing. My dad's watching as well. Hi Dad. So just remember, you need to let this dry. Sorry, I was just reading the comments. I probably should stop looking at the comments because it's just sidetracked me here. So you let that dry before you do anything else, because you can't go over that to do your outline or anything when it's wet. Obviously it'll just smudge. Alright. I'll just get my other colours out. My amazing deep colours by POSCA. I genuinely can't get enough of these. I'm not even just saying that, like, because it's a live video. These shades are amazing. It's just a wee bit darker than normal. I love them. Right, so just check if this is dry. Still a wee bit wet. Right, so okay, what I'll do is while that's wet, I'm just going to go around here and I'm going to start the rain cloud. Another reason why it's good to start on a plant pot if you haven't drawn on anything like this before is just because it's just one, although it's curved, it is a flat surface. It's not like the teapots where they're really, really sort of angular and stuff and weird shapes. Like when I'm drawing on teapots, like the handle and stuff like that is so fidgety to get in there with the pen and stuff, and then the lids are always awkward shapes and stuff. So start off with something simple, a nice simple shaped thing like this. Or, you know, if you're already quite confident, just draw on something like a teapot if you feel like you can manage it. I'm sure a lot of you probably could. But if you're looking for an easy way to start upcycling stuff with your POSCAs, I would say plant pots, totally the way to go. Right, let that dry. Lightning here's blue, so I'm going to go for this shade here. I'll do the outlines last. When I'm doing colours, you've seen with the rose, I like to do the colours first instead of doing the outline, then doing the colour and then having to go back over the outline again. I mean, that would take a wee bit longer, but I suppose it would be absolutely fine to do it that way as well, but I prefer to do it this way, but my way is not necessarily the way you have to do it. So yep, so I'm just basing it loosely around this pot design here, which I'd done in my Artgecko sketchbook. I'm going to do my wee love heart up here. Hang on 1 minute everyone, I'm just going to open the blinds a wee bit around here because I closed them earlier because the sun was really bright. Hang on. Don't know if that's any better. Right. So then we're going to do a wee eye here. Got my 5M again. So this is for the eye. Oh guys, I'm 45 minutes in. I need to speed it up a bit. Right, okay, so then the bee. See the little bees, they are so easy to draw. I can show you how to do that quickly as well on the sketchbook just after I do it on the pot. They are so easy. In fact, I'll just show you me with the outline. Hang on, where's my black gone? It's there. Okay, I'll do it quickly on the sketchbook first. It's just literally so easy. So start off with the bee's wings. So I guess you could say it's kind of like a letter, like a B for a bee. I didn't even realise I just did that. But yeah, it's a B for a bee. So the bottom set of wings is the exact same. Kind of looks like a wee butterfly, but all you need to do next is a half circle there, and then you've got a bee. Well, that's the way I draw them anyway. I mean, it's quite cartoony, but you can tell it's a bee. I'll draw some wee kind of details on the wings, and there you go. So easy. So I'm going to start, this is absolutely dry now, so I'm going to start writing on this now. Just straight over the top. I think what I'll do is I'll swap to, sorry, that's the dog, everyone. I knew he would bark at some point. He just doesn't know how to behave. I've changed to a 3M just because this is a little bit smaller. The space on the scroll is a little bit smaller, so I'm just going to start writing the quote that is here. I'm just doing it the exact same way I did on the sketchbook. But you don't actually need different size pens, remember. You can use whatever you have. Sometimes people think they need to spend a lot of money on tons of colours and stuff, but please don't feel like you have to do that. You can just get one pen and do tons of stuff with it. Go to the charity shop, spend a couple of quid and come out with a bag of stuff, and then use one POSCA pen, grab your sketchbook, get some ideas, and that's it. The charity shops are still closed in Scotland just now until Monday, so yeah, I've been missing them a lot. I really miss charity shops. I would go in like 5 times a week to find stuff to upcycle. You get so many bargains. In the area where I stay, there's a charity shop that is just amazing. It's so cheap. So as you can see here, I've misjudged this scroll. That happens to me quite a lot, so don't panic if it happens. Just add a wee bit on for the E and the S. I'll let that dry. Probably going to add more on here as well now. I can kind of see already I'm going to need that one to be a bit longer. So the good times are going. That's out an old song, that quote. I'm always making wee notes in my sketchbooks as well. Just of like really nice quotes or song lyrics that I hear and stuff like that. I always have words on the things I upcycle, like almost everything I do has a quote or, you know, something that I like on it. So yeah, I use them for sketching, but I do make a lot of lists and notes in them as well. So we'll just let that dry off a little bit. Go back to my 5M. And my quote. That could probably be doing with another quote, but just because I'm a wee bit pushed for time, I'm not going to do that just now. I'm just going around the outline, just the way I did the rose, just adding the detail afterwards. so glad this is actually working tonight. I'm not going to lie, I was so nervous earlier because I thought that I was going to have technical difficulties again, so when it started working I was absolutely delighted. So I'm just going to add some details over this cloud, so just maybe a couple of wee details just around the edges. And then my love heart needs an outline up here. Okay, I should already be letting people ask questions because I'm supposed to be doing a 10-minute like sort of Q&A at the end, so if anyone's got any questions, feel free to comment the now and I'll have a look at them. But I'm definitely running over with time here. So I'm just going to start adding little dots and stars like I showed you on the sketchbook. See the difference that makes? These wee details. My eye's got blue in it as well, so we'll do the outline of that. And then eyelashes. So I'm going to grab my blue pen. And then we'll do a little bee as well. So the way I showed you in the sketchbook, just do the wings. And then the bottom of the bee and the top. And these wee things. What do you call them wee things? I don't know what they're called. Maybe hangs on his head. Antennas? No. Talking rubbish. So that one's a little bit dry, so when that happens when I'm using POSCAs, just give it a wee shake and then dab it on the paper. There we go. And that just gets it moving again. So let's finish the quote. Where do you get your POSCAs? You can get them basically anywhere. You can get them on eBay, you can get them on the POSCA website, you can get them in CasArt. They're really easy to get, like, yeah, loads of places sell them. Do you ship outside the UK? Do you mean me or Artgecko? I think Artgecko do, I'm not sure. Gemma, maybe you'll know the answer to that. But the stuff that I sell, I definitely ship outside the UK. I'm pretty sure Artgecko do as well. So the good times are brewing. This is taking me so much longer than I thought. I told you, see when I'm drawing, totally lose track of time. I feel like sometimes when we're drawing for 10 minutes and then you look at the clock and it's like an hour's passed. That must happen to other people as well. Pen's drying up. Oh yeah, Amazon as well. Yeah, you get them on there. Yeah, Nama, you get them on Amazon. I know you get the little A5 Artgecko ones on Amazon as well. And you get, at Christmas I know they were doing a really nice set of POSCAs with one of the A5 freestyle sketchbooks. I don't know if you can still get them, but it was really affordable, and then you're getting the amazing paint marker paper, the freestyle and the POSCA pens in a wee set. That was amazing. I'm not sure if they're still up there, but I'll have a look later. Right, okay, almost finished. I need to speed it up. Sorry, I've gone a bit quiet. I'm just trying to finish this off on time. So I'm going to go back to my 5M now. Don't do what I do and leave them lying with the lids off. I don't normally do that, by the way. I'm just trying to make things quicker because I'm on a live. Don't do that. So Artgecko just said that you can still get the little sets on Amazon. So if you haven't had POSCAs before, or an Artgecko sketchbook, that would be an amazing wee starter thing, like amazingly affordable as well. Oh yeah, and also it's got one of my drawings on the front. So I mean, what more do you need? Does anyone have TikTok who's watching? I know Artgecko have got a TikTok as well, and so have I as well. Get on there and do a wee follow. Right, so we'll just finish details on the eye. Right, I've not got enough time to completely finish this pot, okay? Because I've already been live for a full hour and the workshop is only supposed to be an hour long. So I don't want to be on here all night hogging Artgecko's YouTube channel. But you get the idea. Also, I've got another couple of pots that I've already finished because I thought this might happen. So this is another one that I did that's kind of alien based. I'm into UFOs and stuff like that, so I thought that would be a really cool theme. And I'm using this just to store like my pens in, like a wee pen holder. So I didn't do a scroll on this one. I did sort of old school font, which, like everything that I do, is really quite straightforward to learn. So I'll leave that there. And I also started a bigger pot as well, I'll show you. I wanted to do another one with just one colour, just to prove that they do look amazing just with one colour paint. So this is another one I did, based around the April showers, and that one, that sort of idea came from the redrawing I showed you at the start. Still to finish this one. Where is it? Yeah, it is there. So you see how it can start off in the sketchbook and then end up on the things that you're upcycling. So I really like that with just the black on it. And I think it can look, just one colour can look just as effective as something like this with loads of colours. And the wee rose one that I did, that's only got 3 colours. Red, green and black. So you can see you don't need tons of them, but you can still make them look amazing. So has anyone else got any questions while I'm here? Oh, Artgecko's actually put the link up for the little sketchbook packs. That's amazing. So that's on the comments. Thanks, Artgecko. So if anyone wants to ask anything, go ahead. And remember to use the hashtag ArtgeckoLive. Well, I'm waiting to see if anyone wants to ask anything. I might as well just finish this bee. How do you get the shading effect on the small flowers? Will I show you quickly? Have I got time? I can show you in the sketchbook quickly. I'm going to go for it. I'll just do it quickly. I think I've got enough time. So on the wee flowers, I would do sort of a pink. I would maybe do a pink and a purple, or even just a pink or purple and a white. And I would blend these two together on the petals like this. So it's actually really easy to do as well. So just quickly draw one of my wee flowers. So to do the shading effect, what I do is I put the colours down when I try and put them both down when they're still wet. It works better when it's still wet. So I've done an ivory at the top and I'm putting the purple here, just at the bottom. And you know what, you don't even need to do much. See, as soon as the wet ink sort of touches, it blends itself anyway. And then use your wee palette page. This is especially important when you're blending because you do need to clean your pens. So when blending with POSCAs, you know, you need to get the ink off whatever colour you're using. And don't be afraid to use your hands as well. So see, if I'm blending, I can sometimes use my finger. And it just makes it so smooth. See that? Okay, it's messy, but it just gives you the perfect blend. I hope that answers your question. But you know, you can blend with paint, and they are paint pens, so just remember that it's paint you're using, and paint is blendable. So some people think because their pens are harder to blend with, but I actually really love blending with POSCA pens. Don't do your outline over that until it's dry, remember? That's about right. Here we go. And then I'll do a wee bit of detail over the top, so I always do a couple of wee lines over the top like that. You don't need to do that though. Is it layering? Yeah, it is sort of layering, yeah. I suppose you could call it that. But that's why these sketchbooks are perfect for these pens, because when you are doing layers like this, the paper's just so resilient. On here, like I layered, I'll show you another page where I've layered more. But you can see here, blended the purple and the pink. Should have some more layering, hold on. yeah, on this wee one here, I've layered up the colours on the coffee. Just to show you, that's the back of that page. See, it just doesn't go through. You can do layer upon layer and the paper's perfect. It's great, absolutely love it. Oh, that's another wee thing I like to do on the sketchbooks. On the covers. They're just gorgeous sketchbooks in general. So I'll get that out the road. So yeah, I think I'll call it a day because I can see from my timer, I think I'm way over. I'm 5 minutes over just now, so I'm not going to keep these all night. I'll let you go and hopefully get to see some of your drawings. I really hope I get to see some of your sketchbooks or even plant pots or whatever you've upcycled. Thanks for watching. I can't believe there was that many people on watching, so thank you so much, and I'm just so glad it went ahead tonight because I was really thinking, oh god, it's not going to work, but it has worked. So oh, thank you, Artgecko. Nama, how long have I been selling art? Probably about 3 or 4 years now, just after my wee girl was born. So yep, I think that's me anyway. I'm going to go because I think that's my cue. But thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll get to do another live workshop soon. This is the first one I've ever done, by the way, so I'm sorry if I was like gibbering a wee bit, but I tried my best, and I hope to see some of your work soon, and I'll speak to you all later, okay? Take care, bye!